Welcome back, everybody. It's your boy Motivated Dan, and today we're talking about the Mega Boom Barrel Launcher. A really good war scenario trap. It launches Mega Boom Barrels, deals physical damage, and it is one of two that are mountable, and it's a one war scenario only. It'd be kind of cool to see a mountable trap for regular gameplay. That way other heroes have the ability to go untargetable, like Cygnus. But I could see why that wouldn't be necessarily the greatest. I don't know. It'd be kind of fun if you had like a mountable machine gun deal. And I know that there's some on Orcs Must Die 2. There was a mountable ballista in the tower. I think is the name of the map. You could get attacked by it though. So whenever you're mounted onto the Mega Boom Barrel Launcher or to the auto ballista thing, whatever it's called, giant ballista, you cannot be targeted by enemies. So that's cool. You got to kill 750 enemies to unlock the unique upgrades. Very easy to do, and that is to increase the explosion radius or increase max range. I don't know why you would ever go max range, because you're probably going to use it close enough to your kill box to be able to jump out and go take care of whatever you need to take care of. And by kill box, I mean really more of a kill zone, less of a kill box. Yeah, I'll show you something cool that you can do with it. And let's just jump into the game files. All right, so the very first thing we see here is projectile damage, 275. We have an explosion radius of 750. That is 5 grid squares. A grid square is the size of an archer. The guardian archer, the footprint of the archer is 1 grid square. 5 of those stacked is the explosion radius. We have here, it was called the catapult war mage. They didn't have the actual name for it. The interaction distance, you have to be within 3.3 grid squares to be able to interact with it. And by interact, it means to press F to enter the Mega Boom Barrel Launcher. Coin value is 3,200. Reset delay is 2.5, and that's the Mega Boom Barrel Launcher shooting. 2.5. I don't know why it has a cooldown. It's just 2.5 seconds to fire. All right, and that's it for that. Upgrades. That is increased primary damage by 50. However, that goes unused because that was the level upgrades. They decided not to put level upgrades with war scenario traps. Here's another primary damage of increased 50. Primary damage of increased 175. So it's going to be a total of 175, but that went unused because they were level upgrades. And they decided not to use those. We have an increased explosion radius to override what it is to 1050, which takes it up to 7 grid squares from the 5 grid squares. And then there's another one to increase the max range to 12,000, which is 80 grid squares instead of 60 grid squares, which is what it's at right now. And then there's another one to reset the delay. And this one here, this max distance was going to be a special. So they had planned initially, they planned to put level and special and unique for everything. But then they decided, let's scratch that idea. For war scenarios, we're not going to do levels or specials. And for traps, we're not going to do specials. And for trinkets, we're not going to do levels. And this is what we got. But yeah, they were going to do an increased or decreased cooldown and reset delay thing by 1.5. So, all right, let's jump into a map. I just want to show you guys real quick the idea of something. And this is what speedrunners use for the first war scenario. And that's what I used whenever I was racing Time Master on the first war scenario. So, the first thing I want to talk about is how large this thing is. This is a 6x6 grid square trap, but it does fit on top of the tower here. So you can hop in it and you can shoot off of it, right? And you can hop out of it while the thing's firing. Boom, you see it explode. All right, let's go take a look at what you can use it for. That speedrunners typically use it for this map. So on this map, you can set up the angle that you want for each of these. You can do it for any map, but for these traps, for this trap, you can set up the angle. You can fire, jump in, fire, jump out. Then get close enough, fire, jump out. He's off cooldown, fire, jump out. He's off cooldown, fire, jump out. And that's what speedrunners use. They'll set up, barricade tar, and then they'll just do that. Or bramble, I guess, but tar is better. The only thing to know about this trap is Craig is a problem, and I guess you could go ballista and stun, but you don't have that at this point. You do unlock the Mega Boom Barrel launcher for this map. There's one last thing to talk about, and that is that this Mega Boom Barrel launcher is disableable. So Craig can come over and disable this trap, or any of them. And then you can't jump in it, I believe. If I remember correctly, you can't jump in it anymore. Like, you get kicked out, and it becomes golden, and you can't use it. Pretty sure you get kicked out. Memory serves me correct. But either way, it becomes unusable. So Craig can disable it as a trap that it is. Alright guys, that is it for the Mega Boom Barrel launcher. Let me know what you think about it. If you use the increased max range and you have a reason why you use it, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I typically run increased explosion radius just because when you do build a little bit of a box for them to die in, that extra 2 grid squares on each direction, or in total, can really help make sure that everything gets hit. So yeah, you know, just let me know what you think. If you like it, if you don't like it, if you use it, if you don't use it, why not, in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe on YouTube, of course, and I do stream live on twitch.tv/MotomanDan, some of our Orcs Must Die stuff and other tower defense games as well when they happen. That being said, guys, I will catch you on the flip side. Deuces.